So, we just got some news regarding the Monsterverse that really comes as a shock to no one, honestly. Like, this announcement was like something we were waiting to hear, but I was expecting it to probably come out like maybe summer. I wasn't expecting it like at least 2 months after. Like, usually when we got the news for New Empire and the announcement of a new movie, we had it was like August or like close to the end of the year, honestly, when they said, hey, we're doing a new Monsterverse movie, or at least in talks. And then we got, later on with that. But nope, it is official. We have a writer. We don't have a director yet, but it is speculated Wingard is going to return to continue the trilogy. But we are getting a new Monsterverse movie. We don't know when. I would speculate 2026, 2027. Somewhere in that time frame. They probably, like Warner Brothers, since they saw how much money the New Empire made, I would hazard a guess that this movie is probably going to get fast-tracked. I don't think, there's no way it's going to come out 2025, so I'm going to say 2026, 2027-ish, like in that time frame. But yeah, we do know we are getting a new Monsterverse movie. It is, and the writer will be from Shang-Chi: Legend of the Ten Rings. Again, this is really great news, and again, news that really shouldn't shock anyone. We kind of expected that we would be getting a new film, right? Like, we all kind of suspected that we would be getting another film after how much money that Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire made. Like, it is... I think that it. I think that I think we all expected after how much money New Empire made, and then the announcement for Legacy of Monsters getting a second season and spin-offs of thereof in the Monsterverse. Yeah, a new movie was going to happen. Now, again, we don't know if Adam Wingard's gonna come back or not. I would imagine I hope he does. He wants to complete a Monsterverse trilogy before bowing out. I kind of also think that Wingard should be kind of like what James Gunn and Kevin Feige are for the Marvel and DC universes, because even though Wingard has some bad movies, looking at you, Death Note film, even though I don't credit all his fault, he's not blameless, but he's not all at fault for how bad that Death Note movie was. And I have even though his Blair Witch movie is bad, I have I can watch it at least, as opposed to Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows. That's at least a movie I can sit through. And Your Next is an awesome horror movie. But Wingard clearly shows a lot of love and appreciation for, because he knows he's making a Showa movie, Showa era films. So I think he should stay. He should stay, oversee that in some capacity. Maybe not direct every single movie, but I think he should at least have some oversight over some of the direction, in some capacity. But I'm getting off topic. So this movie, we don't know anything. All we know is we're getting the writer from Shang-Chi for this film, and that's all. That's all. Now, what I do think... So let me talk about some things that I'd like to see for this third film. Again, none of this is confirmed. This is just... From here on out, this is just me speculating and kind of talking about, what I would like to see personally with this upcoming film. So honestly, I think this one should be more Godzilla-centric. I know a lot of complaints was, there wasn't a lot of Godzilla in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. That's mostly because it was originally meant to be a Kong-centric movie. It was meant to be it was originally going to be called Son of Kong or just Kong: The New Empire, but for, marquee value, or marketing value, they had to put Godzilla in there, and it shows that he was shoved in there last minute. But I think that the next logical option is making Godzilla the fourth. Even Wingard said that, it was meant to be a more Kong-centric movie. It was meant to be Kong in the Hollow Earth and all that, and Godzilla wasn't going to play a big role in it. So, and he did say, if I come back, the next film will be Godzilla-centric. So, I think that's a really cool idea that we're doing. This film should be Godzilla-centric. He is the face of the Monsterverse. Toho is totally fine with the monster. Remember, I know people like to poo-poo like some real elitist motherfuckers really like to poo-poo on the Monsterverse, and I'll be the first to say the Monsterverse isn't perfect. I will be the first I will say the Monsterverse isn't perfect, but without it, we would not have Shin, we would not have any of the projects you've seen from Toho. We wouldn't have -1 without it. Toho gave no fucks about Godzilla after Final Wars, but then they saw Gareth Edwards' Godzilla and the success of the Monsterverse and went, hey, why are we doing that? And again, I always say this, that like we're living in a world of an era of Godzilla fandom where it's cool to love Godzilla again. And we now have a world where 2 film companies from 2 different sides of the world are making content that could be dumb, stupid fun and dark, serious, gritty stories that are Academy Award winners. I don't see the problem here, do you? Or do you just want to complain for complaining's sake? Seriously, whenever I see like people complaining about the Monsterverse or complaining about Toho, yeah, those are out there. I always think of like my grandmother who just lives off of conflict. You probably have someone you know, either in your family or in Ring of Friends, that just exist for the need for like they just can't live without conflict. That's the only logical explanation sometimes. Or it's like hating Nickelback. It's just cool to hate Nickelback, even though I don't like Nickelback, and they have. I will listen to Nickelback song. I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so obviously Godzilla should be the centerpiece of this film. Kong can show up if he wants. I'm kind of fine with it just being a Godzilla film, and then because this is what I think should happen is that this should be Godzilla's film, and the next film should be Kong's film, and then maybe introduce some other monsters. I would like to see Mothra in this film. Her and Godzilla have a symbiotic relationship, so having Godzilla in here with Mothra, that'd be cool, and just have Kong, Kong's in Hollow Earth. He's ruling over the other great apes after defeating the Scar King. So you can have this. Now as for villain, a lot of people are saying, even Wingard himself says he wants Destroya. I kind of think Destroya should be saved for like an end game. He should be like Destroya should be treated like the Thanos of the Monsterverse, not like some one and done villain. There are other great villains in Godzilla's Rogues Gallery that you could play with. You could do Hedorah. I'd love to see a Monsterverse Hedorah. Gigan. I feel like Ghidorah, the more we do films, it kind of shows that Ghidorah was kind of like, man, he should have been saved. So maybe bring back Ghidorah as Mecha Ghidorah and really make him a big threat. Something like that. Or, just a thought, we could do original. I've always been a proponent to original monsters having new original monsters. Shimo and Scar King were great additions to, Godzilla and Kong's Rogues Gallery. So I wouldn't be opposed to an original monster as a new villain. I feel like we kind of... So that way we don't have to over-depend on Toho monsters and kind of add to that catalog. And God knows Bandai Namco will always be down for making new toys. Anyway. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for a new film. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this announcement for a new Monsterverse Godzilla film? Do you guys want it to be a Godzilla x Kong team up again? Do you want it to be a Godzilla-centric film? And what kind of monsters would you want? Do you want more original monsters like me, or do you want Destroya? Do you want another Toho another Monsterverse version of a Toho monster? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.